All right. I guess I'm here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we connected to the YouTube. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's see how we looking. All right. So I'm here. Jay-Z versus who? Let's talk some interesting things about the verses. All right. First and foremost, this is Karev, a heritage hip hop. Happy holidays, everybody who celebrates the holidays. I'm in my car right now to get away from the noise in the house because people are happy getting gifts ready and all this other stuff. I'm a bah humbug. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I wanted them to have their fun and I'm going to have mine. You see what I'm saying? So, Jay-Z versus who? I think the thing that we had to think about when we talk about Jay-Z versus anybody is why the hell would Jay-Z want to do a versus in the first place? What does Jay-Z have to prove to anybody to get a versus done? Is Jay-Z looking for clout? No. Is Jay-Z looking for your respect? No. Is Jay-Z looking to make a move? Could this be a business venture that we have not considered yet? Maybe. Because with everybody talking about Jay-Z and who his playlist and all this other shit, versus is not a playlist thing anymore. Yeah, your list has to be correct, but it's a performance-based list. So a lot of us could pick our favorite Jay-Z songs. It ain't gonna matter because as you're seeing with the Bone and 3-6 Mafia um battle and others as well, especially KRS One and Big Daddy Kane, who you bring out will be significant because your playlist is only one part of the show. Your performance, your delivery, your crowd control, all that is what makes verses now better than what it was initially. I'm not a fan of the verses, but I salute Timbaland and Swizz Beats because it was a great idea, especially during the pandemic. And I applaud how it's elevated since. Because, if you just go on playlist for the playlist, that's punitive, because, you know, as a person who may be a fan of that artist, if you don't hear the song you want, then it's really not going to be, you know, that personal. It's just your liking of the music that's going to grab you in. Like, say with the RZA and Premier one, right? It was a great one. But if Primo didn't play your favorite song, which a lot of people said, then you're disappointed. You're going away with like, you know what I'm saying? But now that versus is more of a performance, you're getting a live show rather than just a who got a better track. So if Jay-Z did a versus that way, then I can understand more why people are saying Jay-Z versus who. Because some people are saying Jay-Z versus Busta Rhymes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Busta Rhymes is a dope artist. We're not taking away from Busta Rhymes. I've liked Busta Rhymes since It's Just Another Case of that old PTA. See, if y'all don't know that Busta Rhymes, remember the days when I was walking in, talking, doing what I gotta do, doing what we want to do. Talking about Sob Story, Leaders of the New School. If you don't know that Busta Rhymes, then you don't really have a full appreciation of Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes came from being a person who rhymed to being a bona fide superstar in front of everybody's eyes, from a young man to a general today. And the one thing that Busta Rhymes took upon himself to do, what people failed to do in their careers, is make a bona fide stage show. Busta Rhymes is one of the best performers of any musical genre in any class ever. Busta Rhymes will bust your ass on that stage, and he's that guy. But let me tell you something. Sound quality wise, sonically, he ain't fucking with Jay-Z. Sound wise. If it came down to performance, I think Busta Rhymes will win hands down over Jay-Z. If it came to the sound of the music with range, I think Jay-Z would win. But here's where Jay-Z would win for me. Features. Jay-Z's features would kill Busta Rhymes' features. What's the one Busta Rhymes feature that you think he has that would take Jay-Z off the map? Put your comments below. Let me check over to the YouTube to see if anybody on with us. I gotta see if we got some folks on with us yet. But I don't see Busta Rhymes busting Jay-Z's ass when it comes to features. Because when it comes to the feature game, when it comes to the features, Busta Rhymes ain't got the features that Jay-Z got. And it's Jay-Z sleeped on features that we're all forgetting. Busta Rhymes' big feature for me would be Flip Mode, Janet, Mariah. Jay-Z has features that's going to kill all of that in one shot. And I'm not discounting the artists that Busta Rhymes can bring out, because let me tell y'all something. Flip Mode Squad album is a classic. You don't think so? Play it right now. Tell me what that sound means to people who love hip hop. The quality of that feature, though, is not going to stand against some of Jay-Z's best features. The sleeper feature that Busta Rhymes could possibly bring out is the Annie Up remix or something Wu-Tang. But I don't think that's going to knock Jay-Z out. And that's just my opinion. Enough respect to all those artists, because guess what? I got all their music. And I support and will buy their music until they stop making music. Period. But I don't think Busta Rhymes got it for Jay-Z. Then another person said, what about LL Cool J? I believe LL Cool J and Jay-Z would be an epic battle, because LL had songs, especially for when his era, were big. And then we're talking about true school versus golden age type stuff. See, that's big. That's very, very big, because LL is an icon, just like Jay-Z's an icon. The only difference is where Jay-Z went into business, LL went into mass media. So LL is an actor, Jay-Z is not. Jay-Z's a business mogul, where LL is starting to get into that as well with Rock the Bells radio, salute the L. But LL's features are not going to beat Jay-Z's features. Let me tell y'all something. They both have the same type of stage performance to me. I've never seen LL Cool J live, but I've seen Jay-Z live. And LL, he gets the crowd going. LL knows how to command a stage. LL knows how to set the table and feed you a plate that gets you full at the end of the show. That LL performance would be amazing, but you're also talking about songs that may not have aged well as well. So sonically, does LL have songs that could compare Jay-Z? I think he actually does. But the feature game will be the tough one. Where would you go with LL with for the fourth feature? Boyz II Men? Would you go like Busta Rhymes? Would you go Def Squad with Who Shot Your remix? I mean, would you want to see 4321? Him bringing Cannabis on stage and them rocking together? And Master P. Why not? Would you want to see that? I mean, let's be honest. Does LL Cool J have what it takes to rock with Jay-Z on a Verzuz? I don't know. Who else do y'all have? Some people said Drake, Lil Wayne. Let me tell y'all something. They catalogs don't match up with Jay-Z. And one thing I'm gonna tell you about Lil Wayne, I don't know Lil Wayne's music, so I really can't get into the Lil Wayne conversation. Because Lil Wayne doesn't impress me that way. Now, mixtape Wayne, I always heard was like the most incredible artist. But the one thing about Wayne is I don't know his music, so I'm gonna refuse to talk about that, because then it shows a lack of credibility on my side. So to be truthful, I'm gonna just let somebody else tap into that conversation. But from what I can tell you, because they have songs together, right? What I can tell you is Lil Wayne has some joints, like some songs, but they're not Jay-Z caliber. I'm sorry. Lil Wayne does not have a song, not a song that's gonna dethrone New York State of Mind. I mean, the New York song, Alicia Keys. He doesn't have it. Sonically and worldwide speaking, he does not have that. Jay, you could give me 20 Wayne joints for sure. I'm sure you can, because as the game sped up and you got the mixtapes and the albums, I'm sure you can give me 20 songs. I'm not saying that you can't. That'd be ridiculous on my part. Lil Wayne can bring out feature-wise, Young Money. But is a feature, is Young Money gonna be big like Rockefeller Records? Mind you, Nicki Minaj is incredible and Drake is incredible. So they could do their own sets and, and kill Rockefeller because they'll have big songs. Yet Jay-Z can still bring out Kanye if he wanted to. Kanye and Drake already is interesting, but Rockefeller has no female for Nicki Minaj. So would Jay-Z and Lil Wayne be interested? I think so. But because I don't know his music to give you the songs and go back and forth, I'm gonna refrain myself out of that conversation. I'm gonna let y'all have that one because I'm not well versed in Lil Wayne's music. All right. But I will tell you this. Jay-Z versus Nas is the only competition Jay-Z could ever have in the verses. And even that's going to be tough as well. Think about it this way. Playlist wise, stop it. There's no argument there. They both have incredible playlists. Where Jay-Z will have the hits that are like real seasoned, like radio hits. Nas will have some, but Nas will have cultural embedded hip hop classics that will either be like you either a Jay-Z fan or a Nas fan to appreciate it, right? That's key. Second, so the playlist is already good. Second, their performance. Their performances are pretty good. I can't lie. Against each other, you can see it. Because if it was Busta Rhymes, he's gonna wash all of them. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. It's whatever you want to say. But here's the thing: features. Jay-Z's features is gonna bust a lot of people's asses because people said Eminem. Okay, M don't got features as big as Jay-Z and Nas. People say Jadakiss. Jadakiss don't got features as big as Jay-Z and Nas. They're great, incredible artists, but we're talking about a versus. Let me tell you two songs I think Jay-Z would kill it on that people will probably sleep on. If Jay-Z did Best of Me with Maya and DJ Clue, and Maya and DJ Clue came out, that song right there did a lot of that was a big song. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm not even talking about Jay-Z getting a phone call from Illinois State Prisoner R. Kelly saying anything. I'm not even going there. But if Jay-Z had Maya and DJ Clue come out, that shit would be incredible. Not only that, if Jay-Z did Swagger Like Us, that would be big for the crowd. Brooklyn Go Hard, come on. I got somebody who wants to guess on this conversation. You know what I'm saying? If I could figure out how to do this, you know what I mean. But like I said, think about it. Think about that, y'all. I'm telling you, if we're looking for people who Jay-Z can go against in a versus, we have to really, really, really think about who Jay-Z will spar with and who he's gonna bring out. Part itself. So I'm asking y'all, back to the Nas conversation. Jay-Z playlist versus Nas, even. Performance-wise, even. Features. Everyone Jay-Z could bring out, Nas could bring out. So this would be like more of a concert than anything else. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring somebody up on the stage so that they can talk to us about this. Because I think Jay-Z announcing him doing a versus really did not, or who could stand up against him, really was a shit talk and not something for people to really think about. Because the conversation is kind of open to who he would go against, but I don't think it's really about him doing a versus. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you can hear me? Like, while he's trying to get on, while he's still getting on anyone, we gonna set this up real good. You know what I mean? Give me a second. Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Chilling, Holmes.
Introduce yourself to the folks.
Oh, this different. I'm so used to seeing views and comments and shit. This different. What's up, y'all? My name is Fool. Me and my mans, we went to college together. We actually graduated from college together. And right now, I have a podcast on YouTube. We probably won't be on YouTube much longer. Once we get our third strike, we're gonna be kicked off, but we don't care. You can look it up. Unplugged, Free Your Mind. That's GGED. Our last guest was actually Rizza Islam. And right before that, we had Dr. Price, he's like the doctor to the stars, and he's official. He knows his shit. So, I definitely appreciate my man letting me come on, because ain't no telling where it's gonna go. What's the topic, Holmes? You talk about that Jay-Z shit again?
Jay-Z versus who? Because musically, I think Jay-Z is not going to do a verse. I think this was more of a ploy to get everybody ready for something else.
Well, I actually talked to somebody at the supermarket earlier. He told me that Nas coming out with an album at midnight.
Nas' album came out last night.
Yeah, so it was
it's a great album.
It's what?
It's a great album. Nas kicking some serious ass musically now.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, for me personally, Eminem can't do a versus with Jay-Z because he doesn't have 20 songs. He doesn't have 20 songs that can match up. It just doesn't. Nah.
Really?
20 songs. We talk about, when we start talking about Eminem, it's a difference if they were to battle. That's different. 20 songs. Nah. Mm-hmm. Now if they battle, that's different. That's because that's Eminem's platform. He's a battle rapper. That's what it is. Now, when we start talking about 20 songs again, Lil Wayne, he got 20 songs. He got 20 songs. So that would be I. LL Cool J, he got 20 songs. Definitely. Okay. And to me, L is a good performer. Definitely a good performer. Yeah. Nas, in my personal opinion, is the best match. Personally. And I think Nas, if we talk about a winner and a loser, I think Nas gonna win, because once Nas play Ether, it's a wrap. Like, that's because because they already got history. The fact that they got history, if he ends up making that the last song, oh my, Jay-Z can't do shit.
He's not gonna play Ether though. You know that. And look, I was going over this a little bit earlier. Let me break it down to you the way I broke it down. Let me see what you think. I went name for name for what everybody's saying. I said, because everybody said Busta Rhymes. I said Busta Rhymes will bust Jay-Z's ass performance-wise.
Yes.
But sonically, Busta Rhymes cannot match up to his sound quality.
No, but here's the thing about the way they do the verses.
Go ahead.
The 20 songs. It's not necessarily, it don't have to be It doesn't have to be Busta's song. He could have did a feature. Busta got so many features that he lit the fuck up. Damn. He definitely can.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. But look, listen to this. This is how the verses change. The verses is not playlists anymore. So when everybody brings out the 20 songs, that don't mean shit to me. It's about overall show. Busta Rhymes will bust his ass on the overall show. Feature-wise, Jay-Z will have the bigger features though. And top of that,
we ain't talking. But see, we're not talking about bigger. We're not talking about bigger features. This the whole thing. This the reason why. This the reason why, in my personal opinion, Busta will do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Busta Rhymes is the energy in all music. He's mind you. Let's think about scenario. Who finished the shit? Busta, because he's the energy. That's not Jay. That's why, to me, it shouldn't be Busta and Jay, because I want to match up personalities. Now, this is my opinion for everybody out there that's watching this. The only person that could have did a versus with Busta would have been DMX. That's it. That's it. Because of the energy. Them two motherfuckers' energy, totally, that's some different shit. Because I've heard multiple artists say, I do not want to go on after Busta, and I damn sure don't want to go on after DMX, because they fucked the crowd up. They got the crowd on a whole other level, and if you don't bring that same energy, you're gonna be dead to water. So, for me, like I said, it's gonna have to be Nas. It'll definitely have to be Nas.
You know why I think Nas and Jay-Z will never be in the verses? Because, like I said, verses is not a versus platform. Versus is a performance-based platform now. So the amount of money it would take to make that happen and their egos, I do not think that will ever happen, because who's splitting the pot, who's coming out, and who's going to resonate the most? And you're talking about Brooklyn versus Queens? Really? You think that should have really happened, yo? Come on, man. Nah. Look at this, yo. Let's keep it on the Busta Rhymes conversation for a minute, because I'm going to go down that list with you. Jay-Z has sonically better records. Busta Rhymes has a better performance. When it comes to the feature, tell me, what is your biggest Busta Rhymes features that you think will kill that event? Anything.
One of them, whatever that one is, where he rap fast as fuck.
Him and Chris Brown. All right.
That shit, that's one of the major ones.
Okay.
That's going to hit, because motherfuckers gained a lot of respect from him when he did that shit. Then, if I'm not mistaken, the MOP shit, he was on MOP shit. That wasn't Busta shit.
Right. But he could do it though. He could bring him out.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then,
okay.
See, you probably know better than me, because I just know when the shit be coming on, and I just know Busta been on a lot of shit. Busta been on a lot of people's shit for a very long time, and Busta shit always shit. He could do scenario.
All right, so Tribe Called Quest leads in the new school. Go ahead. What else? Is there anything else that stands out to you off the top?
Back in the day when they broke up, because I remember that shit. Busta probably was on 10 motherfuckers shit before he got his solo record. He was on that's what I can't think about it. I can't tell you any other ones right now off the top of my head, but I know he was on a lot of people's shit before he came out with the what my eyes can see, whatever the fuck that shit. What the fuck man.
That was his second album. Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute, you said Extended Level Event was his second album? That was his first album.
Extended Level Event was his third album.
Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See album. That was his third album.
That's his second album.
What was his first one?
Woo-Ha. It's a Party with Jeanne. I think it's called Disaster Strikes. I think I forgot the name of that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got them mixed up. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That album, his first album, he was featured a lot on a lot of people's shit before his first album.
Yeah, he was.
But see, that's what I'm saying. We talking with me thinking about those features. That's what 25 years ago. Yeah, my man's 25 years ago.
No, 30.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm.
I get it. Yeah.
So for me, even with talking about the features, the thing about it is when we think about Jay-Z and Busta, everybody, you got so many people that fuck with Jay-Z. It's older heads like us that fuck with Busta like that. So when Busta play that shit, it's gonna be the of like, oh shit, I forgot he was on that. Oh shit, I forgot he was on that. That's why to me, Busta it's different. Busta is a different opponent because of his fucking history, and he been going for so goddamn long.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes came out before Jay-Z.
Yeah. But and even with that, that's the shit that kind of weird. That's the kind of shit that's crazy to me too. Is the fact that Busta tells the story about them being in school, and with them being in school, they battled or whatever, and Jay won the battle, but he was like, Jay was more seasoned than me because he had a deal. So it's crazy to think about that. Jay had a deal before Busta, but Busta hit before Jay. Because now, mind you, even with Jay, which would be kind of hot, if Jay did the "Can I Get Open" verse, that would be hot because he rapping fast.
Can I Get Open? Okay,
that'd be some
original flavor. Okay,
yes,
all right,
yes,
all right. That would be interesting. True, that would be interesting.
If he were to do it, but I don't think his ego would allow him to do that shit because he's not gonna claim he was in a group.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole other side story of everybody's hate for Jay-Z. But going off what you said with the features, I agree with everything that you're saying. But here's the thing: Jay-Z's features are going to outshine Busta Rhymes' features by far, because a lot of the records that Jay-Z is going to use for features, I'm telling you, were better records than what we're talking about. So that's going to be the problem with that. Like I said to everybody, look, there's 3 songs Jay-Z could do that will fuck everybody up. If Jay-Z did Best of Me with Maya and DJ Clue, that's going to fuck some people up. If Jay-Z did the song Swagger Like Us with that chick and Brooklyn Go Hard, that's going to fuck a lot of people up. If Jay-Z went to his bag and says, you know what, I'm going to bring out Kendrick, I could bring out Drake, I could bring out Kanye, those records fuck Busta Rhymes' records up a lot.
Well, we know Kanye ain't one of them. You could say Kendrick and Kanye ain't coming. So, but you're right.
We don't know. But think about this. I give Busta Rhymes this right here. He could bring out Janet and Mariah, and that would be big. Jay-Z gonna bring out his wife, and if he did some Represent My Dead Homie shit, he could bring out Michael Jackson. See, shit is different when you're talking about Jay-Z because it's a different level of presentation. And the one thing I can tell you about going to a live Jay-Z show, the presentation is fucking tremendous. I will give him that.
But the other thing too, if I'm not mistaken, which would also be some shit for real hip hop heads, I think Busta got a song with ODB.
Yeah, it's called Woo Ha Remix. Yeah.
So
it would be interesting. Like I'm saying, it would be great. It would be great. It would be something. I mean, yeah. Jay-Z could come out with a Biggie record and Busta Rhymes could do the hook for Victory. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z could do the thing with Big L. Busta Rhymes could do the joint with Phife Dawg. I mean, yeah, it goes either way. It would be interesting. I don't think it would be I don't think Jay-Z would take an L in that battle though, but I think it would be very entertaining.
See, that's the whole thing. It will boil down to what you're saying right now. The fact that you're gonna have on one side that's gonna say Jay's records is just too big, but then on the flip side, people are gonna say, "Yo, Busta is an amazing performer. The way he controls this. That's why Busta can say what he say because people have been saying it. The only person that can do a versus with Busta is Missy. That's it.
No. I shit on that theory very highly. No. No. Missy sonically has great records, but live, have you ever seen a Missy Elliott show live? You seen a Busta Rhymes show live?
I haven't seen it. I've not seen little videos, but I heard when it comes to performing, it's Busta and motherfucking Meth and Redman together. Them two motherfuckers are different. Like I saw Meth and Red in college at Morgan State for like 20 minutes. Them niggas is crazy on stage. They different.
Yeah.
They are totally different. And they vibe off each other heavy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not shitting on Missy. I'm just saying I don't think Missy's good for videos and shit like that. I don't know about her stage show. Busta's stage show is electric as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, if we talking about features, Missy gonna bring out the R&B element, and that shit gonna be dope. Missy could bring out Hot Boys. That's got Nas and all them other motherfuckers on it. You know what I'm saying? She could do the shit with Redman. Cool, but I think that's two different animals. I don't think that's a good matchup. I think people like the style of it, but I don't think the presentation will be equal. I think that should be a little weird. You know what I'm saying? A little
Well,
weird.
I mean, for me personally, I don't really fuck with the Verzuz shit because I really don't care. When it came to the last one with the Locks and Dipset, I heard what happened, and when I seen that shit, I was just like, motherfuckers don't even understand what Jadakiss just did. They have no idea what that man just did, especially even, in the hood, people rock with Jadakiss, but they didn't even realize what that shit even did for his motherfucking career. Like that put him on a whole nother platform per se, because you got so many motherfuckers don't even know who the fuck he is. Not like that. And then when you start listening to his music and lyrically, Kiss has always been nice on some other shit. Always. But since I really don't fuck with it like that, it's different for me because I'm not really gonna care because I'm just gonna listen to the music on my own. It is what it is. And Busta, like, I was thinking about this shit the other day. It's some MCs out there, you probably gonna be able to name more than me, but it's some MCs that tend to get forgotten when motherfuckers always talk about top 10 and greatest and all that other shit. Some motherfuckers that have just that are, I'm not gonna say were, that are nice, but they never get mentioned. And you got motherfuckers like a Method Man, you got Redman, you got Fife, you got Inspector Deck, you got motherfucking Busta. Like, cats don't talk about them like that. And for me, Fife is one of my favorites of all time. Fife Dog is official. I wish that man wouldn't have died. That shit. Then hell, you got somebody like a fucking Big Pun, ridiculous, sick. But people don't mention that. They tend to forget certain motherfuckers because there's so many. Black Thought, Most Def. It's like how motherfuckers don't. And Most Def is, to me, he's one of the most underrated cats. Most Def is official, straight official, and he spit knowledge when he be talking. A lot of his motherfucking rhymes.
Yep.
But when it comes to this shit, if motherfuckers ain't commercialized, then it's totally different. And cats forget.
That's why I don't fuck with Verzuz. That's why I don't fuck with Verzuz, because for me, when Verzuz first started, it was a gimmick. It was a playlist battle. And if it wasn't for Teddy Riley's equipment fucking up, nobody really knew too much about how Verzuz really went. Then, when they signed the deal to Triller, people got on it again because it went performance-based, but it wasn't Verzuz performance. It was buddy performances. Redman and Method Man was a great show. As a fan it is, but it wasn't a good Verzuz. Raekwon versus Ghostface. As a fan, it's good for nostalgic, but that's not a Verzuz. Now that after you had Big Daddy Kane versus KRS-One, that was a fucking Verzuz. That shit was dope. That was the best one. Anything from there, it was just a bunch of people getting drunk, just throwing jokes at each other. So this shit doesn't really fan out. So then when you have Jay-Z saying, nobody has the catalog to fuck with me. See, his arrogance makes me believe something else is going on behind closed doors that'll really make you think something's going on. Because listen, when you think about the highlight of Verzuz, this is the highlight of Verzuz that I've seen so far. People hate Steve Harvey because he fucked up the Verzuz with Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? Fat Joe and Ja Rule was a dud because it was good records, but Ja Rule's records are bigger in the stadium, even though Fat Joe had great records. Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown were two drunk uncles cussing at each other while getting drunk singing. Well, one motherfucker actually stepped to him, and the other one backed down. Keith Sweat was singing to his bottle of Ace of Spades, yo. That's a joke. We had Shaka Khan, drunk as fuck, singing against Stephanie Mills, but Shaka Khan would sing, not hit the note, and give Stephanie Mills the mic and say, "Here, you sing the rest of the song." This is what Verzuz is. Yo, you've missed comedy if you haven't seen it, and it's okay. And if not that, how could we forget Busy Bone throwing a mic and a bottle of water at Juicy J after he told him SMD? Come on, yo. Like, that's not, this is gimmicky shit. So that's why when the Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One happened, it was like, okay, this is some real shit now. Now, they going back. I don't know what they doing now. They got the Baby versus Lil Baby. Like, I'm not interested. It's gimmicky. You know what I'm saying? But if Jay-Z ever wanted to do a versus, you know it would have to be something at a high level and on point. Because when Swiss Beats comes out and says versus is, I'm not doing versus with people showing up late and don't want to do soundtrack showing up drunk, that tells me that it was some bullshit. See what I'm saying? So if Jay-Z saying anything about him going against anybody, that makes me think either he has an album dropping. You said the Nas connection. Okay. Well, Nas gave him a heads up. Nas dropped a new album, which is fucking phenomenal. And then said King's Disease 3 is coming very soon. So I guess if Jay gonna drop, he'll be dropping next year. I don't see nothing else coming out of this.
Hey, but all it does is it goes to show and prove of clickbait. Motherfuckers.
That's it.
Motherfuckers all over it. And I don't know if you saw it, but I tagged you on a video or whatever with Locksmith on Facebook.
Locksmith is that rapper, white dude, right?
I don't think he white, yo.
Oh, I thought he was white.
Nah, I'm almost certain.
I heard Locksmith. He did a lot of freestyles.
I'm almost certain Locksmith ain't white, but he made you gotta watch. Just check your Facebook notifications. And I bigged him up because I shouted him out with the video that he made, and I was like, you need to link up with my man with Heritage Hip Hop. So that's one. Like, that mother Locksmith is official. That nigga he's the truth.
I remember the name. But see, here's the thing with artists, yo. A lot of things are going. I learned this as media. Even if you put an artist with a media person, it's only two kinds of artists. It's the artist that's like, all right, and they introduce themselves, or it's the artist that feel like as the media person, you're supposed to chase them. Do you know I have people who I've given awards to on my platform and shit who put out albums and they go run out of state to go chill and talk with all these other people. And I'm like, I'm right here in your home state and you have not said anything about, I'm not begging you for you to come on my platform. What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? That's some of the weirdest, this is some of the weirdest shit I go through when it comes to this hip hop or music thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
well,
shout out to Locksmith. Let's build.
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna have a conversation. I may be able to get you an interview with Teddy Riley.
That would be great.
I gotta have a conversation with somebody, and that could possibly work. And if you want it, I could possibly get you an interview with Kevin Liles.
Hey, I'll talk to anybody. It's not, my interviews are different because I don't do that. I don't do that man swallowing. I only ask questions because I want to learn about shit. These motherfuckers just talk about how great people are, or do half-ass interviews. I'm not beat for that shit. But
well, I'm gonna see when I come back up to Jersey. When I come back up to Jersey and I have a conversation with him face to face, I can see. I definitely see if you could do the Kevin Liles thing because Kevin Liles is a member at the golf course where I caddy at. So that could be done. Like, seriously, the doctor that I told you about, him and Teddy are tight. So that's what I'm saying.
I saw the video.
Yeah, that's his man. So that's what I'm saying, my man. And for everybody out there, I hope you take heed to what I'm getting ready to say.
Don't do it.
Everybody has a platform. no matter how big or small you think that it may be. If you got 100 people, 100 Facebook friends, if you got 100 followers, whatever the case may be, you have people that other people don't know. We got to get into the habit of linking up with each other. That way, that way everybody's going to be able to build and everybody's going to be able to eat. We got to stop. We got to start thinking more selflessly and stop thinking so selfishly. And once that shit clicks, the sky's the limit. And I mean that for everybody out there. It's huge if you really put it into perspective. Because I make sure I tell anybody that's cool with me, they know my network is your network. I've always been like that. That's the way we should move. So for everybody out there, just keep that in mind. Believe me, you'll be surprised how many people you can help and how much help you can get by just asking the question.
Yeah, that's on everything. And that's why we ask our questions on Heritage Hip Hop, like Jay-Z versus who. Because at the end of the day, it's a fan conversation. But if you look at the bigger scheme of things, you know something crazy is going on. If Fat Joe went from blackball to be the face of Verzuz, which is very interesting.
What you mean blackballed?
Fat Joe was always known for somebody who had the best connection to talent and putting talent on. So when people was like getting A&R jobs to run labels and shit, nobody was giving Fat Joe a look, which is bullshit to me. Because Fat Joe had some of the hottest shit going on for a long time. I don't care if people say it was his thing with 50. I don't believe that shit. But Fat Joe is one of the most credible ears in hip-hop music, period. And for people like to get jobs as labels and they didn't give him one, I think that was very fucked up. So that seemed to me like it was a blackball. Like, yeah, we don't fuck with Joe Crack. We don't mess. And I'm like, that man deserves everything when it comes to the music. So to see him now be the face of Verzuz, I hope everything is cool, you know. But I'm not going to talk nothing against that man. I just know this. I'm happy that he's finally getting what he deserves as our opportunity to be seen. I just wonder how it is now, you know. It's interesting. You know, because you know, you could be forgotten about yesterday and today's hero. It's just amazing to me.
I mean, that at this point, that's the social media era. Like you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off.
Word.
Somebody said that Rick Ross could go up against Jay-Z in a Verzuz.
Get the fuck out.
Now, here's the thing, and I want to say this for people. There were certain names that floated to go against Jay-Z. And somebody made a post and they said, if you have ghostwriters, then you should be disqualified from going against Jay-Z. So they said that means Drake and motherfucking Kanye should not be able to go against Jay-Z. Now, with them saying that, when I saw the post, I said, well, you need to take Rick Ross off that list because he's a goddamn fraud. Fuck Rick. I don't know about other people. I don't listen to that man's music. I don't see him. Do I respect him as a businessman? Yes.
You have to.
Do I think that he's lyrical? Yes. But it's the background of it. For me personally, I can't fuck with him because you built your career off of being a fucking fraud. I'm not interested. I came up in the era of just be who the fuck you are, you're gonna get respected. Because I know for a fact, if Rick Ross came out the way he came out in the 90s, late 80s, he'd have been ran out. He'd have been ran out of the fucking industry. They'd have clowned him. But
you know Rick Ross was out in the 90s, right?
Huh?
You know Rick Ross was out in the 90s, right?
When? I don't remember.
Rick Ross was one of the rappers in the 2 Live Crew set. He came up under that loop. I'll send you the video later. He had no facial hair.
Hey. That's the whole thing. If something like that, you already know. And you talk about Florida, we wasn't even fucking with 2 Live. Only thing we just wanted to see we just wanted to see the Me So Horny video. We want to see 2 Live Crew's videos back in the day. Because they had ass everywhere. That's about
JT Money. JT Money, shake what your mama gave you. Yeah. Shout out to JT Money. That's my nigga, yo. JT Money official. All right. Well, look, yo. I ain't gonna stay on here all night long because it's everybody in the house wrapping gifts and making food. Look, man, I'm not into the holidays, but for everybody out there, if you are into the holidays, just be safe. people still are getting sick. People still are dying. I lost one of my friends who got buried this past Monday. So rest in peace to James Best and the Best family. May the Most High help y'all. Fool, give me your social media, how to get in touch with you.
Oh, for everybody out there, as far as the podcast, every one of our social media names is Unplugged Free Your Mind. It's either Unplugged Free Your Mind or Unplugged FYM. So we talking about Facebook, we got a group, Instagram, Unplugged Free Your Mind, Twitter, same thing. Of course, YouTube, go subscribe. And we're looking into getting other platforms after actually having a conversation with Karev. So, like, just go check out the podcast, y'all. When we first started, I think like our third or fourth show, whatever, we had Professor James Small and Kaba Kamene as guests. So we do our best to bring information to everybody that y'all need. Y'all gonna need it and y'all gonna want it. So that's the objective. We don't have a platform like Heritage Hip Hop, so we ain't on there promoting music. That's not us. Everything is knowledge based as far as just the information, getting y'all whatever information we can get y'all, being that so many people are misinformed right now. So I look forward to seeing a bunch of y'all. We're gonna give y'all the heads up in case we get kicked off of YouTube. We got to start up another platform, which is what we are pretty much expecting because we were suspended for 2 weeks. Now we back. Now we are back on board, but we already know it's coming. So it is what it is. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night, and I look forward to hearing from y'all on our platforms.
It is. Before you go, everybody, I'm getting off of here too. So make sure you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. That's our digital real estate. We're Heritage Hip Hop everywhere. We have new merchandise out. And for all members of the website, today we release Heritage Hip Hop playlist number 10 and the Art of Story Rhymes part 0. Celebrating the best MCs that tell stories on the microphone. So if you're a member of heritagehiphop.com, membership is free. You get exclusive playlists. You get something special with it if you click the link on the membership page. And of course, we want you to buy that merch to support the movement. So with that being said, we out of here. Happy holidays, and we go. Full.